Students, this is mock test based on function of nutrients in plants. There are essential nutrients, functional nutrients, beneficial nutrients, and these nutrients play very important role in plant. So this test is based on the nutrients and their function. First question is plant nutrients are, so here question is asked about nutrients, and nutrients are inorganic ions. So correct option is inorganic. So all ions are not nutrient. Organic ions like malate, oxalates are not nutrients. These are not considered nutrients because they are produced inside the plant during the growth. So first plant absorb inorganic ions from the soil and then growth occurs. So that's why inorganic ions like nitrate, phosphate, or chloride, whatever, sulfate, these are considered as nutrients. Then another question is the source of mineral nutrients. So here is mineral, and mineral nutrients are those nutrients which are derived from soil. So these nutrients are derived from soil. So correct answer is this option. And nutrients are any inorganic ion which is required for normal growth and plant, and those inorganic ions which are derived from soil are considered as mineral nutrient. But some are obtained from soil and air, for example carbon, hydrogen and oxygen, these are obtained from air and water. So that's why CHO are not considered mineral. So except CHO, all are mineral nutrients because they are derived from soil. Then third question is the criteria of essentiality of nutrient was. So here confusing options are there. The first time criteria was proposed by Arnon and Strout in 1939. Then later on 1954, this criteria was refined by Arnon. So that's why this is the correct option. Proposed by Arnon and Strout in 1939 and then refined by Arnon in 1954. So this is the confusing options. The question is clear, but options are confusing. So be clear about the options. In plants, some function of molybdenum may be replaced by. So some function of molybdenums, not all functions. If all functions of molybdenums are replaced, then it is not considered as essential nutrient because it is criteria of essentiality that nutrient must not be replaced by any other nutrient. So here some of the function of molybdenum may be replaced by vanadium. So this is important. Then latest nutrient included in the list of essential nutrient. So latest one is nickel. It is the 17th essential nutrient. And another is the most common quasi-essential. Quasi-essential are actually beneficial nutrients, we can say, which are beneficial for some plants under a specific condition. These are essential, but not for all plants. These are essential for few plants like silicon. Silicon is essential for rice. So this is the quasi-essential nutrients which are essential under certain condition and for some crops. Question is exclusion of which type of nutrients produce only yield but not genetic potential yield. Means which category of nutrient is not applied, then there is yield but not the maximum possible or maximum genetic yield. So if all essential nutrients are excluded, then there is no growth. And macro and micro are essential nutrients, so their presence is must to produce some yield. So question is produce only yield but not the genetic potential yield. So beneficial nutrients when applied, then crop makes a very good growth because beneficial nutrients help in other functions. So essential nutrients are essential for growth and development and yield, but when beneficial nutrients are included like silicon, vanadium, any other nutrient, cobalt, which is beneficial, then crops make its full potential yield. So correct answer is beneficial nutrients. The number of functional nutrients are. So functional nutrients, here question is asked about functional nutrients. Functional nutrients are those nutrients which take part in metabolic function directly or indirectly. And essential nutrients take part directly in metabolism. They are involved in metabolism directly, so these are in number 17. And there are 4 nutrients which are indirectly involved in metabolism. These are cobalt, vanadium, silicon and sodium. So these are 4 nutrients. So total there are 21 nutrients. So functional nutrients, be clear about functional nutrients. These are the nutrients which are involved in metabolism directly or indirectly. So essential nutrients are also functional nutrients. So essential comes under functional nutrients. So correct answer is 21. Which of the following is not essential nutrient? So as we discussed that essential nutrients all are essential nutrients. Essential plus cobalt, vanadium, sodium and silicon. So these are essential nutrients. NPK, CHO are essential, FeC, Mn are also essential. So these are functional nutrients. So here answer is none of these. Which form of phosphorus is absorbed by plant? So only two forms are absorbed by the plant, HPO4 divalent and H2PO4 monovalent, primary orthophosphoric acid and secondary orthophosphoric acid. And plants do not absorb the phosphate in this form. It is not the absorption form. This is also not absorption form. This is also not absorption form. So here answer is none of these, because these are the absorption form. Which micronutrients are absorbed by plant in large and less quantity respectively? Here question is asked about the micronutrients in plant large and less quantity. So if we look into the series or the order of their absorption, chlorine, then iron, then Fe, Cu, Mn, then Zn, then boron is in between, then nickel, then molybdenum. So this is the series of this absorption. This is the series. So chlorine is maximum absorbed, followed by iron. And if we talk about the least absorption, molybdenum and nickel. So here the chlorine is not at first place because first is large. So then here iron and here molybdenum. So correct answer is iron and molybdenum. If option was chlorine and molybdenum, then that option will be correct. But here not chlorine as at first place. So that's why this is the correct answer. Macro and micronutrient terms were suggested by. So Loomis and Schull suggested the term, and they gave the term macro and micronutrient on the basis of their plant requirement. What is true for sulfur? So here mobile in soil and plant. So sulfur is mobile in soil because sulfur is present in sulfate ion. So this is anion, and clay particles have negative charge, negatively charged. So these sulfate ions are repelled. That's why mobility is high. So this is the reason that nitrate are also mobile in soil because of negative charge. So anion, nitrate, sulfate, chloride, except phosphate, because phosphate is highly reactive and it make insoluble compounds. Otherwise sulfate, nitrate, chloride are mobile because of their negative charge. but this sulfur inside the plant is less mobile. So first choose the answer mobile in soil, this one, and it is less mobile in plant. So correct answer is this one. Deficiency symptoms of zinc in plant appear on. So zinc is moderately mobile in plants, that's why its deficiency occur on both new and old leaves. If we look the plant, and these are older leaves and these are middle leaf and these new leaves. So if nutrient is mobile, then mobile nutrient deficiency appear on older, and immobile nutrients like calcium, boron appear on new leaves. Mobile like nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium. Because these, if mobile, then they translocated from older to new leaves, then this leaf become deficient and show deficiency symptoms. If nutrient is immobile and there is a deficiency, then nutrients do not move from this part to this part. And if moderately mobile, then deficiency occur both new and old leaves. So zinc is moderately mobile, that's why its deficiency occur on both new and old leaves. Element which is mobile in plant and immobile in soil. So mobile in plant but immobile in soil. So this case is phosphorus, because phosphorus is immobile in soil because make insoluble compounds at low pH, iron phosphate, aluminum phosphate, at high pH calcium phosphate. So this is the problem. Mobility in soil is less, but it is mobile in plants. Which of following is non-metal element? Non-metal element, if we talk about essential nutrients, then N, P, sulfur and chlorine are non-metal. So here option are this one, phosphorus, sulfur and chlorine. Which essential nutrient is metallide? Metallide have both the property metal and non-metal. So metallide is boron. Remember this boron, it is metallide. Oxygen and nickel, oxygen and chlorine are non-metal and nickel is metal. Which of the following pair are not correctly matched? So these are scientists: Sprengel discovered phosphorus, Warrington boron, McHarg manganese, but zinc was discovered by Lippmann and Sommer. Sommer, these two scientists discovered zinc. YLNA is associated with the discovery of Khera disease due to zinc deficiency. Potential micronutrients are, here micronutrients which have potential to increase the yield, means these nutrients are required in small quantity and have potential, have capacity to increase the yield if they are applied. So these are beneficial nutrients. But there are so many beneficial nutrients which increases the yield and considered as potential. They have potential to increase the yields. So this and we have attempted such question earlier that if beneficial nutrients are not applied, then there is merely yield but not the highest genetic potential yield. To get the maximum potential yield, we should apply beneficial nutrients along with the essential nutrients. The requirement of micronutrient in plant is less than. So there are two categories, macro and micro. And this categorization is based on plant requirement, but different type of plant species have different requirement. So there is a general categorization according to definition. Micronutrients are required in general more than 50 ppm and micro required less than 50 ppm as a definition by agronomic terminology ICR. So there is a book, Agronomic Terminology, published by Indian Society of Agronomy, and according to this definition, this is the correct answer. Now, question is asked about the statement. Which statement is true? Absorption of P by plant is more than calcium, and so on. So we should remember the series or order of the absorption of nutrient, and nutrients are absorbed in order this one: nitrogen, potassium, calcium, magnesium, then phosphorus, then sulfur. This is the order, and earlier we have discussed about the order of micronutrients. So nitrogen is the most abundant absorbed nutrient, and the least one macronutrient is sulfur. Now, then accordingly we can choose the which statement is true. So absorption of P by plant is more than calcium, incorrect. Absorption of magnesium by plant is less than sulfur, it is incorrect. Absorption of calcium by plant is more than magnesium, this one is correct. So this one is correct option. Mobility of a nutrient in soil is largely decided by. So in one question we have discussed such problem. Since these particles have negative charges, there are maximum negative charges, clay are negatively charged, and if anions are present like nitrate, sulfate and chloride, anion. So these anions are repelled by this clay particles and they remain in soil solution, and that's why mobility is high. But if ion is cation like ammonia, potassium, calcium, magnesium, these are cation and they have attraction towards clay particle due to electrostatic force. So they are attracted. So they are bind to clay particle by electrostatic force, that's why their mobility is reduced. So major factor in deciding the mobility of nutrient is the charge, whether it's a cation or anion. If it is cation, then mobility is reduced. If it is anion, then mobility is high. So here the correct answer is type of charge on ion, whether it is cation or anion. Now question is very basic question. Nutrient ion has. Actually ions are produced or formed either by loss of electron or gain of electron. If there is a loss of electron, then it make cations. If it is gain of loss or gain of electron, then it is anion. And we know that if there is a nucleus, in element nucleus proton plus nutrients are there, and in outer shell electron move. In first orbit 2 electron, then second orbit 8 electron. So it means any element which has either loss or gain of electron, then it is ion. So it means electrons are present. It is not that ions do not have electron, but their number may be increased or decreased due to loss or gain. Then proton and neutrons are also present. That's why the correct answer is proton, neutron and electron. Another basic question is, N2 is, element is the pure form of substance like N, calcium, magnesium, these are element. Ion are either loss or gain of electron like nitrate, gain of electron, chloride, gain of electron, ammonium, loss of electron, and atom is neutral, which is consist of electron, proton and electron, and molecule is made of two atoms, because atom cannot exist independently free. Atom cannot remain in nature freely. So atom always make molecule. If there are two atoms, then atomicity is 2, diatomic. If atoms are 3, then it is triatomic, atomicity is 3. So molecule is consist of atom. So here it is N2. So if we talk about N, N is element. If we talk about nitrate, then it is ion. And if we talk about N plus N, when it make N2, then it is molecule. So correct answer is molecule. Last question is, presence of ion increases its mobility in plants. So plant is there, root system is there, and root absorb water. This water is transported to shoot, then leaf, then transpiration is there. So there is a transpiration stream, and ions move along with water, and there is a transpiration stream through soil to root, root to shoot, shoot to leaves, and leaves to air. So a system is there, and with this system, ions move along with water, and this water movement is in xylem. So if ion is present in xylem, definitely it will move with the water and its mobility will increase. So this, the correct option is xylem. So these were some important questions related to nutrients. Thank you very much.